Hey, everyone. Hope you're having a great day out there. My name is Warren Howe. For those of you from the US, I hope you had a great long weekend. I know it's Labor Day, it's a holiday. I know because the market is closed. So I hope you had a great day. So today we're going to talk about, a little short message on breakdown of a 10K. Okay, so what is the process that I go through whenever I want to identify, a new business, right? Let's talk about Corsair because I know you guys, I know a lot of you guys here actually hold Corsair, right? So Corsair, I go to investor relations, okay? So that's what I first type out if I want to be, breaking down on the 10K, right? So we got SEC filings. Basically, every public listed company, they are obligated to be submitting their 10Ks. So let's go through 10K right here, and I want to be looking at the annual report, which is actually the 10K. And see what I got here. I got they filed it on March 11th. Yep, annual filings. I want to go to the PDF, and there we are, Corsair. Right, so for those of you that hold Corsair, tag me on FB and hopefully we can have a chat. Right now, every company is separated into parts. Right, we got part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and the if I want to break it down in this short little video for you guys, and it goes to any type of company, right? Any type of new company that I just come across. Okay, so Corsair is a little new to me because frankly I don't have any positions. I roughly know what they are because I have coaching clients and they hold it and they ask me to explore. So I did. Now let's look at the business because that is number one, right? The number one thing that I look at is I want to know about the business. What the heck do they do? Okay. I don't talk about, I don't jump into the financials first. I don't jump into the numbers first. I don't do all that. I want to know what do they do. Now, Corsair Gaming, also referred to in this document as Corsair, blah, 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 is a leading global provider. So let me zoom in a little bit for you guys to see. An innovator of high-performance gear for gamers, right? So very simple. They're providing gear for gaming. Now, our industry-leading gaming gear helps digital athletes from casual gamers to committed professionals perform at their peak across PC. Streaming gear especially, so this basically cater for the streaming market. Everything that they want to know, right? Everything that they want to let investors know about the business, they'll write it down here. And, sometimes it's clear-cut, sometimes it's not. So what I do in my process is that I don't understand this term. I'll open up a tab and I'll just Google it, right? He's talking about this term, like, I don't know, it could be a streaming term, right? I open the tab and I Google it. So whenever we want to build a bullish thesis, you'll tend to find me having like several amount of tabs, simply because I want to be knowing more about the business, right? And I'm gonna jump into I read it before, and they mentioned that they build a passionate base of loyal customers. Our solution is the most complete suite of gear. Our product offering. Okay, see right here, right? Our product offering is enhanced by our 2 proprietary software platforms, okay? IQ for gamers and Elgato streaming suite for content creators. Now, when I think about, so straight away, when I read this, I know that they're a hardware company, okay? Now, what is the experience that I have, when we want to deal with hardware companies? The experience that I have is that there is not much innovation per se, and it's not consumable in a way that is reusable, right? It is not on a subscription basis. It is a one-off. This is what I get when I get hardware, unless it's subscription based where they rent the hardware to you and you just use it for a month and you return it, right? Now, especially, that's the setback when I think about this company right here, Corsair. And guys, please, this is my experience. These are my thoughts. Please have your own. But when it comes to 10K, this is what I want to know. Okay. Now they mentioned two proprietary software platforms, IQ and Elgato. I do not know what is that. I didn't know, and now I know, right? So what do? I Google it up. I look at I look at their Elgato Corsair. I look at their website, Stream Deck. I look at what do they do? What is so good about their software, right? So Elgato gaming streaming equipment. A deck is basically some buttons so that you can get access to that quicker. Yeah, so these are the things that I look at. I want to know what are those. So basically, Corsair is in the business of selling all these streaming gear. Let's go to the software side. Yep, they got download software IQ. Let's look at IQ for a little bit. So unite your setup. The next evolution in Corsair IQ is here, turning your entire setup into a cohesive, fully immersive ecosystem with intuitive control. Based on my understanding, it is to improve your user experience, right? Gamers, streamers, professionals, they're making money. They're making tons of money off streaming, right? Gamers or whatever. And, they make their setup cool. They got RGB lighting around the place, all right? They got white light beyond compare, But as a business point of view, because when we want to talk about investment, we talk about business owner, right? We want to think like business owners. Yeah, this is great and all. It enhances the setup. It also sort of increases the funnel of selling the product. But does it have, a monetization basis? So when we want to know about that, we want to look at the revenue breakdowns. So time's up, right? But I want to talking a bit. This is my thought process when it comes to Corsair. My thought process when it comes to 10K. We cannot just depend on the 10K when we want to build a bullish thesis. Yep. So you have to understand that. And in the 10K, it says all about their industry, right? It says about their marketing, market opportunity from their TAM. Now, realistically, we have to assess whether or not they deserve this TAM and whether or not they can capture this said TAM, right? Is it okay, gaming is a $1 trillion market. 1% of that is, 100 million. Does it work that way? No, right? It doesn't work that way. We have to see where they're targeting, where's their marketing approach. We have to see that, their leadership in comparison with all the other, I know that Corsair, for one, is a very branded product, so they are quite expensive compared to the others. Maybe they provide a better service, right? Maybe they provide better quality, sorry. So these are the things, right, where we want to break down the 10K. So competitive strengths, we get leading brand recognition, our growth strategy. Now, growth strategy is also very subjective. They could list out all the growth strategies that they want, but end of the day, as a business owner, all you want to care is about when is it gonna bring you earnings, right? How is it gonna affect more top lines, and how they're gonna streamline their costs to get more bottom line, right? My question is, when I look at growth strategy, I'm very particular on what do they say, because if they are mentioning something that is growth per se but doesn't really affect it, that's a problem, right? So I really want to be digging into what's their growth strategy, because I want to investing in a company that has growth catalysts, right? So this is the breakdown of a 10K, a snippet. If you want to have asked more questions, tag my name on the Facebook, on all our platforms, tag my name, and I'll be there for you. Right? So that's all for today, and thank you.